So, word on the street is that the feds are about to make some major moves when it comes to Diddy's associates. They've dropped a list of celebrities who allegedly attended Diddy's parties, and let me tell you, it's longer than the line at Starbucks on a Monday morning. Now, we've all seen how celebrities have been scrambling to distance themselves from Diddy and his mess, right? Well, turns out most of them might have been stretching the truth a bit. The feds have pulled up with some hard receipts, and it looks like Diddy might be taking down half the industry with him. Things are about to get messier than a toddler eating spaghetti. Let's start with Naomi Campbell. Y'all, to say Naomi is a controversial figure would be putting it mildly. And I'm not even talking about the recent allegations of her stealing from a charity. That's a whole other can of worms we'll open another day. Recent revelations claim that Naomi was allegedly a frequent face at Diddy's parties. Honestly, this isn't shocking given her history of associating with some pretty shady characters. Remember when she was exposed for her relationship with Liberian dictator and convicted war criminal Charles Taylor? In 2010, she testified at his war crimes trial about some diamonds she had received from him. At first, she claimed she was given some dirty-looking diamonds by unknown men she believed were sent by Taylor. But her story changed so many times, it was clear something wasn't adding up.
You received a diamond from Charles.
I didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that. Thank you very much.
Taylor ended up getting 50 years for war crimes, and Naomi managed to walk away scot-free. But that wasn't the end of her questionable associations. She also had close ties to Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Unsealed documents from Ghislaine Maxwell's trial revealed that Naomi allegedly took multiple trips on Epstein's private jet to his island. But when Epstein got arrested, Naomi suddenly couldn't remember him all that well. Funny how that works, huh? Given all this history, it's not surprising to see Naomi's name pop up in the Diddy case. She and Diddy have been tight for years, with rumors they even dated in the early 2000s. But as soon as Diddy got exposed, Naomi pulled the same move, deleting pictures of them together from her Instagram like we haven't been seeing them together for years. There are even reports claiming that Naomi not only attended these parties but also allegedly helped Diddy in some questionable activities. It's not the first time she's been accused of something like this. British actress Katie and Noble once called out Oprah and Naomi Campbell, alleging they helped Weinstein with some unsavory actions.
He was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend.
Moving on to Cuba Gooding Jr. The feds are saying he was also enjoying himself at Diddy's parties. This isn't too surprising, considering Lil Rod kind of hinted at it in his lawsuit. According to Lil Rod, Cuba wasn't just lurking in the background, he was allegedly living it up at these gatherings. TMZ reported that Jones claims Diddy introduced him to Cuba on Diddy's yacht, where Cuba allegedly engaged in inappropriate behavior. Rod even attached a picture as evidence, and let's just say it's looking a bit sus. Now, before all this Diddy drama kicked off, Cuba had already been hit with several accusations of inappropriate conduct. Back in 2014, his wife of 20 years, Sarah, sought legal separation. The streets were saying Cuba's alleged behavior had finally pushed her to make that move. After Sarah left, it seemed like Cuba's behavior spiraled even further. A flood of women began coming forward with allegations. To this day, more than 30 women have made claims against him. It's giving off some serious Diddy 2.0 vibes. One of his alleged victims exposed him, saying he engaged in inappropriate behavior at a bar. There's even a video that shows him touching a woman without her consent. Another woman came forward claiming Cuba engaged in inappropriate behavior back in 2013. She said they met at a hotel in Soho, where he invited her up to his room under the pretense of changing clothes. Once inside, she claimed he engaged in inappropriate behavior. Cuba was taken into custody for this in 2019, and I'm sure you remember that video of his arrest.
There is income.
But that wasn't the only legal trouble Cuba faced. He resolved another case in Manhattan without going to trial, pleading guilty to a single charge of harassment. There was also a case where a woman accused him of inappropriate behavior, ending with a judge ordering him to pay $80,000 in compensatory damages. Cuba's lawyer tried to defend his behavior, saying, "He's very, very outgoing. He's very friendly. He's very jovial. I guess the word is sometimes he's frisky, but he's not inappropriate. He respects women." Now, let's talk about Mary J. Blige. Given her history with Diddy, it's not exactly shocking to see that she was allegedly by his side during these events. Mary and Diddy go way back to the early 90s when they worked together on her first album, What's the 411? They've been close for more than 30 years, with Diddy always singing her praises. He once said, Mary J. Blige is one of the greatest storytellers in R&B history. She created a lane for women around the world to speak their truth to power. However, things weren't always smooth sailing between them. In the late 90s to early 2000s, Diddy and Mary went through a messy beef. They had a bad feud for years, and at some point, it seemed like they were never going to make up. But Mary eventually chose to swallow her pride and admitted that the reason for the beef was that she was a hot mess who couldn't keep it together. She explained, "The reason we split up is me not understanding the business the way I needed to understand it at the time." Diddy eventually let bygones be bygones, and they managed to mend their friendship. Things were all good between them again, but now it's a totally different situation. After the feds came knocking on Diddy's door, Mary made it clear she'd cut ties long ago. She posted a cryptic message on Instagram saying, "Unfortunately, a lot of y'all met me when I lacked boundaries and was a people pleaser. Let me reintroduce myself. I burn bridges as needed." But here's where it gets really interesting. Rumors have been swirling that Mary faced some serious issues while she was with Diddy. There are allegations of inappropriate behavior and pressure to make difficult personal decisions. What's really wild is that Mary's controversial past has been hiding in plain sight all along. For those who aren't aware, Mary J. Blige had a rather controversial relationship with singer Danny Boy when he was just 16 and she was 24. Danny recently shared details in an interview, revealing that their first encounter took place in 1995 after the Source Awards.
I left for a little while. We was talking. I think I left out, and Suge called me back up to the room. He said, come back upstairs, man. Old girl want to see you." This old girl. And Mary's sitting on the couch. So I know the girl that he in the bed with don't want me either. So I went in, he closed the door and shit, and I sit down and I start talking to Mary. In the inside, I'm about to lose it, because I'm actually sitting here talking to Mary. She's sitting on the couch and shit, and we ordered some food and some more drinks.
Danny went on to claim that things escalated between them.
Really lame. I'm 15, 16 years old. And she laying on the couch. And I'm sitting on the other end, and she laid down on the couch and put her head in my lap. I'm like, damn. He can't be talking about Mary. He was talking about she wanted me to come back up here, and now she on my lap. And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, what is this gonna end up to? And she stayed a couple more hours. And we decided to go in the other room because it was sweet. We went in the other room and laid down. And she laid down with me, she kind of like backed up against me, and every time she backed up against me, I would move away and shit, you know?
He also claimed that it turned into an ongoing situation, with Mary flying him out to New York for their meetings. Danny revealed that he believed he was in a relationship with Mary, all while she was allegedly involved with Tupac at the same time.
At that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. But you know, that's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was Pot Girl. Because at that time, she was my girl. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see her. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you, you young and shit, and I'm trying to show her that she ain't phasing me.
Now let's talk about Rick Ross, another name that the feds threw into the mix, which is quite interesting because a man who said he was one of Diddy's party associates revealed to the police during questioning that he believed Rick Ross and Diddy were involved in a close relationship.
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
I had this with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate, tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
I seen the little Ain't up trying.
It's quite shocking that Rick Ross was among the first names to emerge in this mess, especially since he's made efforts to keep his association with Diddy discreet. Usually when talk about Diddy's behavior comes up, Rick isn't mentioned, but that doesn't mean the gossip isn't floating around. His former partner, Fr3ak Kemp, has been trying to shed light on his supposed ties to Diddy for a while, but not many people took her seriously. I mean, she's known for criticizing Rick on social media, so it's easy to see why people might be skeptical. Yet, just a couple of weeks ago, she dropped a major scoop alleging that Rick was supposedly involved with Diddy.
You big mouth. Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn happy. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off of you. Nobody wanna see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat.
Chili, you know Tia isn't pulling any punches. She's been calling out Rick Ross since the beginning, and honestly, he hasn't had a moment's rest since they got together. But this time, it seems she might have some truth to her claims because Diddy's alleged victim has corroborated her story, and now the feds are saying that Rick Ross was supposedly a regular at Diddy's parties. Now, another name that keeps popping up is Oprah Winfrey, and let me tell you, the internet is not shocked. Before all this Diddy drama kicked off, Oprah had her own controversy linked to a Brazilian man named John of God who claimed to be a healer. Oprah was a major advocate for him, even featuring him on her show several times and declaring him the real deal.
Would ever happen. One of the most famous spiritual healers in the world rarely talks to anyone on camera. John of God agreed to sit down with me under a mango tree on the grounds of the casa. A group of his patients gathered to watch.
However, everything took a shocking turn when John of God was revealed to be involved in some truly horrific acts. He faced serious accusations of misconduct. Once the truth surfaced, Oprah didn't hesitate to distance herself from him. She removed all the videos featuring them together and acted like they never knew each other. And let's not forget her connection to Harvey Weinstein, another controversial figure in her circle. It really makes you wonder why she always seems to be surrounded by these problematic men. Now, we can't forget J.Lo, because even though she and Diddy supposedly broke up more than 24 years ago, she's still somehow caught up in this entire messy situation. According to a blind item making the rounds, 50 Cent allegedly has some compromising evidence on J.Lo and has been working with the feds. The blind item claims that 50 Cent is reportedly giving information to the FBI about alleged inappropriate behavior at Diddy's parties. The item also suggests that this situation might be affecting J.Lo's personal life. Fans are shocked about how many celebs are allegedly involved in this. They left comments saying, "In other news, this Diddy thing is going to take hundreds of big celebs down. We'll be left listening to Celine Dion and Mango Groove." Another said, "Don't want to say this, but Mary J. Blige knows more than she wants to say." Some are even hoping for a domino effect, saying, "Let's hope Diddy takes Oprah, J.Lo, the Kardashians, Beyonce and Jay-Z, and all other criminals and entertainment moguls, celebrities, politicians, and government officials down the drain with him." And there are those who think Diddy might start naming names, with one fan saying, "I feel Diddy is going to reveal information on everybody." Now, I want to make it clear that these are all allegations and rumors. Nothing has been proven in court, and it's important to take everything with a grain of salt. We shouldn't jump to conclusions or make judgments without all the facts. But here's what I want to know from y'all. What do you think about all these celebrities allegedly being involved in Diddy's parties? Do you believe there's any truth to these claims? Or is this all just smoke and mirrors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think about all of this. And remember, while it's important to listen to these stories and take them seriously, it's also crucial to remember that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is a developing story, and you can bet your bottom dollar that I'll be keeping my ear to the streets for any updates. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any breaking news. Until next time, this is Hot Gossip, signing off. Stay woke, stay informed, and remember, in the world of celebrity gossip, the truth is often stranger than fiction. Goodbye.